this was really in the top of people's radar for the past month until the Ukraine thing blew up. And I think that, what I've encountered is two extremes that I think are wrong in approaching the wake of the Freedom Convoy. On the one hand, you have many people who have noticed that a lot of the mandates across Canada are being repealed, pretty much a lot along the lines of what was being demanded by the thousands of people who I mean, I spent a day there. I had to see it with my own eyes because I'm not used to anything uh, revolutionary in an organic way arising in Canada, British controlled Canada. It's a zone of intelligence operations, and it always has been. So it was very difficult for me to actually believe that there was anything genuine in this originally. I'll be honest, but after going there, spending the day talking to a lot of people, filming things, doing my own research, um, I came to the conclusion that yes, there's something very organic that was there. It was a very beautiful process, very peaceful, and I know that there is a lot there. Like people write to me and they say, "Oh, but you know that there were intelligence operations within organizers of the money raising operation, and or the fact that there was a certain type of psyop trying to paint the blockades that were used to justify the ultimate Emergency Measures Act that turned this thing violent and justified a violent clampdown to break up the thousands of people who had camped out in front of the Parliament for weeks. And it's like, yeah, there was no actual connection between the blockades and the actual Ottawa convoy. And I know that there were intelligence operations there, but there was something else. So on the one hand, I was saying that there were two different reactions that I disagree with. One hand, there are people who say it was all a big fake, just to distract us while they were doing other things that involved passing anti-hate legislation that's being rammed through with Bill C-36 to, broaden the definition of what hate speech is, in a very dangerous way, or, ramming through or advancing the momentum towards digital currencies. And yeah, these are things which are happening too. But at the same time, other people, I would also say it's not like that it's all bad in the sense that it wasn't all fully controlled because there was a victory indeed. And some people say, oh, we were victorious. We can go back to sleep now. We won. That's wrong. Just because mandates are being lifted. That's a false other extreme too. But I think that this became something more than the oligarchs themselves who were trying to manage this shit show. It became something more than they realized it wasn't. And, thousands and thousands of people all over Canada flocked in to give their support to this thing. Even now, there are thousands of people who I've seen pictures on social media, videos of people lining up on the side of streets. There's still people converging in the Parliament or in front of the Parliament. And across various provinces just to express their disdain towards the dictatorial turn that Canada has more overtly taken. So that's still going on. And obviously, there's also the parallel People's Convoy in the US, which is, I think, something like 70 miles long as it has just arrived in Washington. I don't know where that's going to go, but it's definitely something that has created reverberations for the